Hi guys. So when we paint something, we want to take a picture of it, basically for our archives and potentially for making prints. But doing so is pretty hard, and people seem to think that they need to take it outside in direct sunlight, or they need a special camera or a special photo booth or something like that. And the honest to goodness truth is that you don't. I take photographs of all my artwork in the basement where there are no windows, in a room where there are no windows. So I think how I do it is, it turns out pretty good. So I'll show you my secrets. Basically what you need to do is have plenty of light, and in those lights you need daylight light bulbs. Don't go with fluorescent or natural, do daylight. And you want it so they are pointing not directly at it, but somewhat to the area around. And what you want to do is capture the slightly diffused light. Okay, so then you want to prop it up so that you can see all of it clearly, and make sure that there are no wrinkles in it if it's on paper, because then that wrinkle, even though you don't think that it is very obvious, it may cause a shadow or distort your painting or drawing without you realizing it, until you get your photo on your computer and you're like, that looks weird, why does that look weird? So another thing is your camera. Now you can use a regular digital camera for this, so nothing special camera. So basically what you want to do is you need to know your camera. Does it take close-ups really well? Does it take far away really well? If it takes far away really well, you want to stand back and then use your computer later to crop it closer. If your camera does close-up really well, you don't have to worry about that. And you can even take snippets of, like, say you like this area of your painting really well, then you can just take that photograph. Another thing is, I like to take pictures with my tablet. It takes pretty good far away pictures, and by far away I mean about 3 feet or so, maybe 2 feet. And if you can see this, it has a grid on it. If you can find somewhere in the settings of your camera to put that grid on it, you'll just thank yourself. Okay? Another thing is to know the settings of your camera. If you're inside, then I like to use the party indoor setting, and what that does is it just makes the reds truer and browns truer, and that's pretty important if you're doing artwork, to have your colors be as true as possible. You can also fix things on your computer, on your photo editor. So basically, now I hope you can see this pretty well. Maybe I should do it this way. Normally I would not have it down like this. I'm doing this for the camera, people. I'm doing this for you. Okay? So basically what you want to do is make sure that when you have it, oh, this is weird. When you have your camera, oh, this is weird. Okay. When you have your painting and your camera, you want it to make sure that you are not casting a shadow. Right now I am casting a shadow because I'm laying it down. I really suggest that you prop it against something. Okay, and then you use these guidelines on your camera, or if you can't figure out how to do that on your camera, you can use the edges of the viewfinder. Okay, and you want to line that up so that every side is as parallel as possible. Okay, so are both sides parallel? Are the top and bottom parallel? And that means that you will not be looking at it in a wonky angle. Okay, and then you just snap the photograph. So I'm going to do it for real. This is going to be real thing. This is going to be the photograph that I'm going to use for prints, for posting on my art page, and basically showing all my friends and family. Okay, so I'm going to go back a little bit because I know this camera is good for farther back, and I'm going to shoot it so that there's plenty for me to crop off. Okay, this is an odd size book, and I want to make prints in a different size, so I need to make sure that I get the entire thing so I can crop it to whatever size I want. Okay, so I'm going back, I'm making sure my camera is in the correct mode, and you do lots of experiments to see which way is the best mode for you. Okay, making sure that the lines are as parallel as I can make them. You won't be able to get them exactly parallel. You could try moving your painting if you aren't having luck with that. Try different angles that crop it up at. And then I'm snapping several photographs. I say at least 4. Okay, and I do this because the camera gets used to the situation, the lighting and the just basically the first photograph will not be as good as the sequential photographs. Okay, and also that has to do with my shaky hands. Maybe some will be blurrier than others. Okay, so I took 4 photographs, pretty much exactly the same thing, and I will then download these onto my computer or upload them. I never was very straight about which one was which. So I'll put them on my computer and then I'll run them through the photo editor, crop them, do some different effects to try and get it as close to my painting as possible. And then I will see if I can make prints from it. And making prints is a whole nother video, so I may do something about that in the future. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.